Hi guys, this is Bosco. Welcome back to another video. In the last video, we ranked the songs off of Van Halen's 9th album for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Now we're going to be ranking the songs off of their 10th album and their final album with their second singer, Sammy Hagar, called Balance. Now, for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, that album has grown on me quite a bit. There are some songs that I used to not be huge on that have grown on me quite a bit. That album has, I've liked it more than I used to. But for some reason, I can't really connect with Balance. It's never been one of my favorite. It's always been my least favorite Sammy Hagar album, with the band. I can't say, it's not a bad album. It's just, in my opinion, not really good. There are some good, really great songs on here, but we'll get there when we get there. There are 12 songs on here, and, the top half was interesting because, some songs were switching, some of them are pretty underrated in my opinion. Actually, a good majority of on here are underrated, and there are also some diehard Sammy Hagar fans who will rank this album, in the top, say the top 5 best Van Halen albums, and of course that's their opinion, and I respect their opinion for that, but I've just never really been a big fan of this album. And like I said, there are some really good songs on there, and I'll mention them when we get there. I guess we'll get into this. So coming in at number 12, I don't know what they were thinking when they were making this. It's not even a song; it's an interlude, and Eddie was recording this. This was supposed to be. I guess he was trying to scratch the guitar strings, I guess, with his pick or something like that. It worked on Atomic Punk. It didn't work here, and he uses a piano. It kind of sounds like a crappy horror movie. Coming in at number 12 is Strung Out. I don't know what they were thinking when they were making that. And I think, and don't quote me on this, I remember looking at this. I think this was recorded in the 1984 sessions. Just imagine if this made it on 1984. That would be the only album's big flaw. I can't even imagine something like Strung Out being on any David Lee Roth album for some reason. But yeah, Strung Out I've never liked. It's one of my least favorite Van Halen songs. And again, not even a song. It's just an interlude. So coming in at number 12 is Strung Out. Coming in at number 11, really the same thing here, but it's not bad, it's just there. Coming in at number 11 is the Alex Van Halen drum solo called Doin' Time. Doin' Time is alright. It's not bad, but it's not the best, definitely not the best thing they've ever done, but it's not really the worst. It's just there, kind of like with Strung Out. Yeah, Doing Time, it's cool for what it is. Same thing with Strung Out. I've never liked Strung Out. Doing Time, almost the same thing, but it's not bad. It's just kind of boring in my opinion. And, Alex Van Halen plays, on better songs, such as, he plays on every song. Well, even the songs without the drum. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, he like Listen to Hot for Teacher or something like that, or Everybody Wants Some, stuff like that. But Doing Time, again, it's just there. Not my favorite, so comes in at number 11. Coming in at number 10, this is the instrumental from the album, and I cannot pronounce it. It has a weird name, Baluchitherium. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. It's cool for what it is. The production isn't half bad on it. Yeah, it's just there. Kind of like the other 2 songs, but it is better. And, it's cool for what it is. I will admit the guitar sounds nice and fresh. I will, give it that. But never been a huge, fan of it, although it's not bad. I'd probably give it, something like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. It's just there. So coming in at number 10 is, Baluchitherium. I hope that's how I pronounce it. Let me know in the comments below if it's how you pronounce it. So coming in at number 10, Baluchitherium. Coming in at number 9. Now, I could have ranked this song higher. I've never really been a huge fan of this song. It's okay. Coming in at number 9 is the album opener that kicks off the album, The Seventh Seal. It's not bad by any means. It's not bad at all. But it's honestly kind of interesting. It opens up with these monks chanting, and it's always been really cool. And then and then you can hear wind chimes. It sounds like the wind chimes I have, but well, not the wind, not the percussive instrument wind chimes like what Neil Peart would have worn, and he would have, stuff like that. And especially in the progressive scene, not like that wind chime. The stuff when there would be wind out, if it was a windy weather, a windy day, windy night, and if you had wind chimes, it would blow and it would make noise. That's really what it sounds like. The guitar on here isn't that bad. Sammy's vocals are pretty cool on it. And I just realized the past three that I just put down are instrumentals, so now we can talk about Sammy's vocals. But yeah, Seventh Seal, never really was a huge fan of it, but I respect for what it is. So coming in at number 9 is the Seventh Seal. Coming in at number 8, a pretty underrated song, no one really talks about that much, called Aftershock. Not bad, just not really that great. In my opinion, the guitar on there is pretty cool. Sammy's vocals are nice. The bass is cool. The drumming is really cool. But it's not bad. It's just there. So coming in number 8 is Aftershock, pretty underrated. And just like this album, I will say this album is pretty underrated. But I wouldn't say criminally underrated, just because again, I'm not really a huge fan of this album. Although I will say, in a weird way, it kind of has grown on me only a little bit, but not by much. But yeah, Aftershock comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is The Closer. I've always loved Sammy's vocals on the song Feelin'. This is a really good song. I've always loved it a lot. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't say I've always loved it a lot. I would say it's pretty good. But not their best closer. Like I said, they've had better closers before, Um, you know, uh, Beautiful Girls from Van Halen 2, In a Simple Rhyme from Women and Children First, House of Pain from 1984, Inside from 5150, even Top of the World from For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. But Feeling again, it isn't bad, but it's not their best in my opinion. So coming in at number 7 is Feeling. All right, now the top 6 are songs I actually really love a lot, and I can listen to these songs and not get tired of them. Although I wouldn't really say they're all 10 out of 10, maybe only like the top half, but I'm not sure. But coming in at number 6 is Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. This is a really good song. This was one of the big singles from this album. And if you're gonna listen to Van Halen, I would say listen to the singles, because the singles actually aren't that bad. And Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do is really cool. Sammy's vocals are really cool. And the guitar, I love the guitar tone. It's really cool. So yeah, Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do is also pretty underrated. As a hit single, wasn't on the radio that much from what I remember, but I do remember hearing this on the radio after Eddie passed away. So coming in number 6 is Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. Coming in at number 5, this is another one I remember hearing on the radio after Eddie passed away. Take Me Back, Deja Vu. It's not bad. It's actually really cool. I always thought the song was really good. And there's nothing bad about it. It's actually really cool for what it is. And the guitar, I've always loved the guitar on the song. So that was always really cool. So yeah, Take Me Back, Deja Vu comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I know this is a silly song, but I've always kind of had a soft spot for it. Coming in at number 4 is Big Fat Money. I don't know what it is. I've always kind of really dug this song. I've always loved Sammy's vocals on the song. The guitar is awesome. The drumming is great. The bass is incredible. So yeah, Big Fat Money is really good, I would say. And one of the better songs from the Hagar era, I will say. And yeah, it's a silly song, especially for Van Halen, but it's kind of fun at times. So coming in at number 4 is Big Fat Money. All right, the top 3. Coming in at number 3, this is a song I've always really liked from this album. Amsterdam. I almost pronounced that wrong. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a really great song. Obviously, that's where Eddie and Alex were born, in the Netherlands, from Amsterdam. Then they emigrated to from the Netherlands to Santa Monica, California. And Amsterdam is actually really cool. I love uh, Sammy Hagar's vocals in the beginning where he goes, "Light him up." I always thought that was cool. Also, same thing, when he said "light 'em up," it kind of reminds me from "Light Up the Sky" from Van Halen 2. At the end where David Lee Roth screams "light 'em up," stuff like that. And Amsterdam is really cool. I've always really liked the guitar and the drums. This is actually a fun song in my opinion. So coming in at number 8, number 8. No, we're on number 3. Coming in at number 3 is Amsterdam. All right, the top 2 I kind of switched a little, but for now, number 2 is going to be at number 2, and number 1 is going to be at number 1. Although they could change in the future, but coming in at number 2 is Not Enough. This is actually a really beautiful song. I'm not going to lie. I've always loved the piano on the song. The piano has always been a favorite part of the song of mine. Sammy's vocals are great. This really sounds like it could have been in a John Hughes film. I don't know why. It just sounds like a song that could be in a John Hughes film. Maybe it has. I don't know. Because I remember hearing, well, most of the popular John Hughes films came out in the 80s. Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, trying to remember. Home Alone and Home Alone 2, they came out in the 90s. But, Uncle Buck came out in the 80s. Trying to remember what else, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, stuff like that. But Not Enough always sounded like it would be in a John Hughes film. I'm not sure why. But coming in number 2 is Not Enough. I've always really loved this song. So it comes in at number 2. But for number 1, this is a song I've always just loved. I love the guitar. Sammy's vocals are such a highlight on the song. Coming in at number 1 is Can't Stop Loving You. Another ballad from this album. And it's really good. And especially in the Hagar years, they got into the ballad type stuff, especially in 5150. And the Roth stuff. Well, I mean, "Oh Pretty Woman" isn't really a ballad. It's more of a pop rock song. But they covered that obviously from the late great Roy Orbison. But "Can't Stop Loving You" is a perfect definition of a pop ballad that the band did. So coming in number 1 is "Can't Stop Loving You." Here's my list. I hope you guys can see that. I might change it to light mode in the future, but I'm not sure. Alright, so that was Balance. Balance, this album has, I'm not really crazy about it at all. But it has grown on me only a little bit, and the hits on this album actually are pretty good in my opinion. And if you're wondering what shirt I'm wearing a Jeff Goldblum shirt because I can. It's Jeff Goldblum. How can you not love him, right? But yeah, Jeff Goldblum is awesome. How can you not? Jurassic Park, Fly. I can go on. I'm a Jeff Goldblum fan. Anyway, this video isn't about Jeff Goldblum. It's about Van Halen. But yeah, that was Balance. And this is probably going to be the only video I upload today. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, we're going to be ranking the songs off of their next album called Van Halen 3. Now, Sammy left the band by then, and they get a singer named Gary Cherone from a band called Extreme. You probably heard of More Than Words, that hit single. Now, I will say this. Gary Cherone's not a bad singer when he was in Extreme. Now, okay, I will just say this. It wasn't his fault that Van Halen 3 wasn't good. Well, I'm already spoiling anyway. But you'll know what I mean. It shouldn't be that obvious because every Van Halen fan doesn't like that album. I'm pretty sure every single Van Halen fan doesn't like that album. But we're getting too far into that. Hopefully that'll come out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be uploading tomorrow. But in the meantime, please leave a like, comment if you want, view my videos, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Habuska, signing off. Stay safe, take care.